Dawson Rider with you.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the set of 10 Energems from Starlight Studios. This is the Flawed version. This review also includes the necklace attachment. So yeah, if you're not familiar, Starlight Studios has been making Power Rangers props. They make communicators, or I think they still have them, I'm not sure. I don't think so, I don't know. Regardless, they make Power Rangers type props, and they made Energems. They sell them individually, also as a set, but they sell a set of 10 that is the Flawed versions that may come with various flaws like bubbles in it, maybe little imperfections in the rock, imperfections in the color, maybe a little dent, and it's basically half price. Which in my opinion is worth it. They're not the 100% most accurate even with like the non-flawed versions. Like for example, often in the show the silver color here on each end will be a little bit darker. I think I remember some shots where it was actually lighter, but this is like the same color you get even on the regular one, so it is a bit brighter than you usually see. But you know, setting that aside, even before the imperfection versions, they're not perfect, but I'm really happy with them. I was inspired by my recent rewatch of Dino because I always have, you know, even setting aside my feelings for the show sometimes, have loved the Energems, so I was pretty excited to get them. But let's go ahead and we'll start taking a look at them. And they're very Jolly Rancher-y, which is the joke, but I think these look pretty good. Again, the more bright silver than most shots doesn't really bother me. This one barely has any flaws, like the camera's not even picking it up. There's like a really tiny bubble on the inside, and a couple little minor scratches, and then there's like, right here you can see this little bubble here in the paint, but for half price for the whole set, that really doesn't bother me, to be honest. Like, if it was something ridiculous, maybe, but like here you can see there's a little imperfection there, some little like scratches here and there, but like when you're just holding it, unless you're really looking for it on these guys, you're not really gonna find them. But no one set's going to be the same. They're all going to have potential different problems of varying scales. Here you have pinks. There's some little paint splotches there. I think I just kind of look at it as, you know, when I'm buying a normal collectible product, even like the higher end ones will often have little blemishes on them. I very rarely have gotten a perfect product that didn't have some sort of little blemish or scratch. You know, getting some close ones, but nothing that was absolutely perfect, so it doesn't really bother me that much. Here we have blacks, which is a little bit more clear. You can see it a little bit. That was probably its flaws. It wasn't 100%. Like, you can see through it a little bit, but honestly, I didn't even notice it that much until I shined all these lights on it. Here you have golds, which is one of my favorite ones, and I think it looks pretty good. I really like the sparkles in the inside. There's one bubble, like right in the center, that's kind of big, but I didn't even notice it right away. It took me a few days after having owned it to notice it. Silver, yeah, this is silver, guys. Camera was freaking out there for a second. But Aqua's has a couple little, if I can find them, there's little dents there, but there's like these little scratches on them. It's actually really funny. There was this, what looked like one long white scratch on it. When I picked it out, I'm like, oh no, that sucks. But then I picked it off. It was like a little piece of like fiber plastic hair. Here's Graphites, which is a weird looking one because I've looked it up from the show, and I don't remember it ever looking quite like this. Like even the flawed version, or the non-flawed version, excuse me, didn't, or looks like this in the pictures. So it's kind of a weird one. So I feel like this is the least accurate one, but I actually kind of dig it. It almost comes across like a white Energem. So I don't really mind it that much, but it's definitely a weird one. Here you got purples. Purples I feel is super, super Jolly Rancher-y. I mean, I guess a couple of the early ones like red and pink are too, but this one doesn't have too many flaws on it. And then you got silver right here, which I think looks pretty good. And then you have, this is the attachment so you can wear it as a necklace. It basically comes with a version of the top piece. You can slide over one of these and like a, you know, a cloth like string here. It's not made of metal or anything, and you got the little clasp. It's quite long, like it hangs down quite long on your neck. I guess you could remedy it by tying up a little bit here, or maybe getting yourself a smaller one if you want, that you could, you know, use yourself. But it slides over pretty simply. You just slide it right here. It actually secures pretty well. You're probably not going to want to be like swinging it around breakneck speeds or swinging your neck around or something, but it fits on quite nicely, and I like being able to wear it. I think it's neat. But overall, honestly, I was pretty happy with this set. You know, they're not 100% perfect accurate, even, like I said, with the non-flawed set, But if you've been considering these in any form and you want to go with Starlight Studios, I definitely recommend considering getting the Flawed option, because honestly, for me, the flaws were so minuscule, and I was really happy that I decided to get this instead of going for the full price set, because, you know, for the price, like for half price, I just have to deal with a couple little blemishes, and I have a nice set of Energems, and I like being able to wear them. So, you know, not perfect, but I'm happy with it, for sure. I'm really happy to own these. But, you know, again, be wary if you do go for the Flawed set. Like, you're not guaranteed to get the same as I am. It's all gonna be all random flaws. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get the notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.